Okay, everyone, I'm going to play this video, okay? Once again, I don't have the rights to any of these pictures, but pictures of me, and I don't have the right to this video that I'm about to play. The rights go to MSNBC, and let's listen.
During an interview on MSNBC where she seemed to downgrade the impact the role that black women had in Joe Biden's win in order to praise Latina women. Let's start with what she said.
The women of color showed up in big ways. Of course, you saw in Georgia what black women have done, but Latina women were the real heroines here, beating men in turnout in every state and voting for Biden-Harris at an average rate close to 3-1. And that wasn't surprising to us. You know, Latinos are the CEOs of the households. They make all the financial decisions and healthcare decisions and educational decisions. Many Latinas are small business owners, and they wanted a plan for recovery for themselves, not for Wall Street. And so Trump's policies were never aimed at the struggling Latina community. And, you know, if you look at voter suppression on top of that, how Latinas showed up, even through the closing of polling places and the shutting down of drop.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining. I know I have been missing in action. Let's first start off with, this is going to be, you guys already know. Eva Longoria is out of pocket. So first thing, let me tell you guys, I have COVID and I am quarantining in. And the first thing I want you guys to know is that I'm going to be using some disposable instruments to apply my makeup. And then I'll be using some brushes, of course, that I'm going to need to clean after I apply this makeup today. So I'm going to start with my hand sanitizer, moisturizer first on my hands because, you know, I really don't use my hands when I'm applying my makeup for the most part, but I may be using my hands for some of these applications. All right, so first thing is, you guys already know I'll be listing, putting pictures in other products. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna use, well, first let me let these hands let me let these kind of moisture into my skin. All right, so Eva Longoria, she had a lot of nerves, calling Latino women the real heroines. I think that's what she said, quote unquote. Once again, a non-black woman wanting to take the spotlight off of black women. It is absolutely awful how this desperate housewife is so pathetic that she would denounce the credit of a group of women that very seldom get the respect, praise, honor, and recognition that is gratefully owed to them. I happen to be one of those women. So I'm going to drink some orange juice. If you have COVID, remember you want to put a lot of liquids in you. You want to drink as much liquids as possible. I am sipping on orange juice and I have water. So I'm going to take a pause for the calls right there. Take a pause. And I'm going to use this Sugar Mint Rush as my lip moisturizer. So I'm going to moisture these lips first. Next, I'm going to put, and I think you guys have seen me demonstrate this in a few of the videos, this Time Wise eye cream, which I'm going to be using my finger for this one. And I always like to put this on. Really, you're supposed to wear this you're supposed to apply this before you go to bed. This is a night eye cream, but I apply it at night, and also sometimes I'll apply it before I actually start my makeup routine. Okay. And this is by Mary Kay. This is a really good eye cream. And one of my viewers, she did ask me for this. Okay. The next product that I'm going to apply is the Glam Glow. You guys know that this is a moisturizer. Actually, no. Let me slow down. I'm going to apply, let's see, Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. And this is her primer. I am going to use my hands for this. And I'm just going to do one squirt because remember, I have COVID. So I'm not going to reuse this. Let me throw this in my bucket to list. And I'm just going to rub my hands together and apply it. So it does have somewhat of a moisture to it, but I'm still going to apply a little bit, very little of the Glam Glow. And you see how I'm not touching my hands? I'm going to let this drip, one drip. And then I'll finish talking a little bit about this Eva Longoria. And I am so glad I never bought any of her clothing from New York & Company. I am so glad. I went through my closet yesterday because I saw this interview where she dissed us. And then she came back with an apology, but that I'll talk about on the second video. However, I was like, I'm so glad. At first, I said, ooh, I think I bought some of her clothing. So I went through my closet. I was looking because I was going to show you guys and say, here we are spending money once again on somebody who is a non-black woman who want to diss black women or be the spokesman for them or, just, take the credit, whatever we do. Others want to take it and get the credit for it, and all of a sudden it's the new it thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I went through my closet and I was so glad because most of my nice blouses, they were Gabrielle Union. So I was like, thank you. Because I would have had to I would have taken those shirts and tossed them or gave them away. Because I'm like, I am not going to rock anybody who feels that way. I really didn't think the woman felt that way. I think I watched one of her videos on some YouTuber's channel about her home makeover, I was like, this woman right here. So let me tell you guys, after listening to this disrespectful Latino woman, she prompted me to reflect on the years I spent as a resident living in San Antonio, Texas. During that time, I experienced countless racial treatment from Latino women and a few Latino men. So some of you that know of me already know how I talk about San Antonio, Texas. Then I found out that, I don't know if it's her current husband or her ex-husband, Tony. What's that man's last name? Tony, oh gosh. He was one of those star players and retired from the San Antonio Spurs. Tony somebody. I forgot. And I'm going to be using this Mary Kay. Both of these CC creams, they are a different tint. So I'm going to be using two different tints. But yes, indeedy. Tony Parker. I think it's Tony Parker. Tony somebody. Okay, let me show you guys because I don't want to keep reusing these because I have COVID. I have this dispensable kits like tray by Mary Kay. And so you can put your products on here. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to mix both of these. But before I apply that, what I'm going to do is I'll be using this right here. Can you guys see that? Hopefully the view is good. Looks like it. But you know, I'll post it in a picture. And this is a full coverage foundation, but I'm going to use it as a concealer. So I'll be putting this in my favorite number tray, which is number 4. I think I just put too much there. I'm also going to be using this concealer, which is by Juvia's Place. You guys have seen me use this a few times. So I'm going to dip it in here and then apply it in tray number 3. You all know about that 333. Some of you. I shouldn't have to go back and reuse these, but I'm still going to set them to the side. And that is in the color 8. You've seen me use that a few times. And I'm going to use number 11. I've come to realization that because my skin is multiple colors, one tint isn't going to work for me. So it's best that I use at least 2 or more when it comes to applying my makeup. Okay, so anyways, yeah, so I'm just like, this woman right here is a hot mess. And listen. There are evil people in every race, okay? But what I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of is other nationalities of women. They get the praise. Like, for example, Kim Kardashian. She went and got that butt job, and I'm going to say it, that bootay job. And then all of a sudden having a big butt was praised. Well, women that look like me, they've had big butts since the day they were born. And it used to be looked at as, ooh, that's nasty. Ooh, that's disgusting. Blah, blah, woo, woo, and all that. But when other nationality of women do things, right? All of a sudden, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let's take even the hair weaves. Some of you are, you think that black women are the only ones that wear wigs. This, and that. Well, I'll tell you where we got the wigs from. For those of you that are, are scholars or know something about history, you know, back in the early colonial days, all the royalty individuals, the kings and the queens and the courtsmen and the knights and things of that, they wore wigs. Yes, they did. From Scotland to Great Britain to France. And wearing wigs back then, or extended hair attached to your head, was a representation of royalty. Even in Africa and all those other countries and continents, it was a symbol of wealth. And only the peasants, hello, someone, hello, if you can hear me, hello. Yes, I know I'm speaking truth. Only the peasant or the less fortunate wore their real hair. How about that? Okay? And women of royalty wore makeup. So why I'm saying this is, know your history. Know history in general before you start jumping on black women's negative Nancy's, negative Eva Longorises. This message is for you. Know the history of blacks. Know that, girlfriend. I mean, I'm not accepting her apology, period. I'm going to tell you something. For her to go on national TV and be that bold, I mean, she was just open with it. I mean, just open, like, you know, girl, you're not sorry for that. You are not sorry. You are only sorry because you got caught and you got called out. Girl, stop playing. Stop playing. I don't accept her apology. Not at all. Not at all. And yes, the Latino women, they got out there and they protested and, you know, stood in those long lines and all that. Yes. So I am not taking their fame away. But in this situation, this was about Black women all over the states. All over the states. And she wants to take that from us. Girl, get up out of here. Now, I am going to use, I forgot, I do have this beauty blender. And you can always, and you can see this is a new one because I just cleaned my other one. And I have about 4 of these, 5, I think, 5. 3 of them are still new. And you can just do this. Just to blend it in, pat it in. I could use some water. I probably should be spraying the water because it helps diffuse it into the skin more flawlessly and quickly. But, yes, girl, stop playing. No, honey, boo-boo. And I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of individuals. They say what they mean, and they mean what they say, and then they are apologetic. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize for how you really feel, honey. No. Stop playing with me. And yes, I'm wearing some costume jewelry to let Eva Longoria know. Let her know. Don't ever disrespect real royalty ever again. Do it in your house because we know you do the table talk with you and your husband and others. We know that you do the table talk. You do the behind the closed doors talk. Please continue to do your closed doors talk. Whenever you publicize that, honey boo boo, sweet honey, desperate housewife, desperate individual, desperate activist, you mean what you say, okay? But so that you never get trickled up again. Always do that behind closed doors. Because people like me, I don't forgive. I don't forgive that easily. You meant what you said, girl. Yes, you did. So don't come apologizing to me. And we as Black women need to stop accepting every time someone does something like this that they are truly sorry. You know, I'm going to tell you something. Although, you know, how can I say this? Think, Cammy, think. I want to be politically correct. The media has always downplayed the Black women. Honestly, Black women really don't ever, for the most part, get the recognition that they need, that they deserve. They don't. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You already know. And don't get on here talking crazy because I am going to delete. Delete. Be respectful and be logical. Come on now. Speak truth. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. We are the only race of people that just accept whatever has been thrown to us. Oh, you guys, I got some good videos coming up, baby. Ooh, about folks in the workplace. About the true meaning behind this Democrats versus Republicans. Oh, yeah. You better stay tuned, honey. Yes, indeedy. Uh-huh. Yes. Oh, But anywho's back to the subject at hand. And this is just for the black women right now, but everyone is welcomed. Everyone is welcome. This topic is for the black women right now. Listen, we need to stop being so naive. We need to stop being so naive. We need to recognize shade when shade has been thrown. See, that's why people keep thinking they can throw this shade at us. And we need to understand that we need to stop throwing shade at one another. Let me tell you something. Eva Longoria is not sorry. She's not truly, from the bottom of her desperate heart, sorry for what she said to us. No, she isn't. I want you guys to go back and look at the beginning of this video, or go find her video where she's apologizing. She wrote it. She wrote her apology. Well thought out. I think she announced it too, but I didn't find that clipping because I didn't care. I just wanted to find the first thing I could find. And that indeed I did. Okay, so we're going to stop right now, right here. And I'll be back with part 2 of Eva Longoria, Miss Latino Americana. You out of pocket.